Jane Abdi to please come and speak.
Loud salawat. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Ya ayyuhan nasu inna khalaqnakum min zakari wa unsa wa ja'alnakum shu'uban wa qabaila lita'arafu inna akramakum indallahi atqakum innallaha alimun khabir. Salawat. Indeed, it's truly meaningful to see people of different backgrounds gathered here in this public office of Nassau County to remember Imam Hussain alayhi salam and to reflect on the timeless values of his sacrifice that bring us together: justice, compassion, and standing up for what is right. Here I would like to avail the opportunity to appreciate Mr. Nakvi and the county's staff that made this happen. Thank you. This program reflects that Imam Hussein's personality is not limited to one sect or one religion. He is a universal personality who is for everyone, the whole world of humanity. I'd like to refer back to the verse I stated in the beginning from the Holy Quran that speaks directly to the beauty of diversity. O mankind, we created you from a male and a female and made you into nations and tribes so that you may know one another. This is from Surah Al-Bajrah and this is verse number 13. This verse reminds us that diversity is not a weakness, it's a strength. We were made different not to divide each other, but we were made different so that we could come together and with understanding and respect. And in that same spirit, we come together today to remember Imam Hussain alayhi salam, a man whose life and sacrifices are not only meaningful to Muslims, but to everyone who cares about truth, peace, justice, and standing up for what is right. People often ask, why do you still care about something that happened over 1,000 years ago? And the answer to that is very simple. Because Karbala is not just a story, Karbala is a message, a living message. Imam Hussain did not rise for political power. He didn't fight for control or revenge. He stood up for what was right. He stood because staying silent in the face of injustice would have been him betraying his beliefs. And even though he knew that he was going to get killed, he was going to be martyred, he chose to uphold his principles. His courage wasn't in winning the battle, but in refusing to surrender his soul, as he famously said, "Death with dignity is better than a life of humiliation." Imam Hussein's stand on the plains of Karbala has inspired generations across the world. His companions weren't just seeking glory. They were people of all ages and backgrounds standing with him because they believed in his cause. They faced thirst, hardship, and death, but never gave up their values. This is why his story is remembered not just in mosques, but all around the globe. Mahatma Gandhi said, "I learned from Hussain how to be oppressed and yet victorious." Nelson Mandela said, "The example of Hussain inspires us to speak out against injustice. Even if the chains of oppression seem too strong, Hussain teaches us to never give up." Edward J. Brown says, "A reminder of that blood-stained field of Karbala where the grandson of the Prophet fell is enough to awaken the conscience of every just man." Imam Hussain said of his mission, "I only desire to spread good values and prevent corruption in the nation of my grandfather." And that's exactly what he did. When faced with injustice, he didn't stay silent. When faced with danger, he didn't retreat. Even when surrounded by tens of thousands, he held firm to prayer, dignity, and truth. That's his message. His mission continues to spread today. What's our sixth Imam, Imam Jafar Sadiq alayhi salam? So he said that he wants the people, the Ahl Bayt supporters, to be all around the world so he could teach them, give them teachings. And we see here now that we are in the Nassau County Public Office in New York, and in the United States of America, remembering Imam Hussain alayhi salam and the internal message of Karbala. The first Julus happened in NYC in the 1980s. The first Mambarga opened in the 1980s, and we see that this was the dream of the Ahlul-Bayt, this was the dream of Imam Jafar Sadiq alayhi salam coming true. And as someone who believes in Imam Hussain, this is me saying that I'm so thankful to everything that is happening today. And I would just like to say that I will never stop mourning Imam Hussain, never stop remembering his sacrifices. And I would like to say that he's not just a person in history, he's our role model, our hope. And when the world feels heavy, we should remember that our faith is heavier. इंसान को बेदार तो होने दो, हर कौम पुकारेगी हमारे नाम से. Thank you.
Thank you very much.